All right. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. We are very happy to have everybody here as we get to celebrate Shabbat together. First of all, welcome to all of Maddie's friends who, many of you are from OSHA, right? Fantastic. We are glad that you are here. I'm going to explain to you guys what's going to be happening in the service in just a moment. But let me go ahead and just say this first. Today is not a performance, okay? Maddie is not performing for us today. So this is worship. And at worship, we're not going to be applauding. We're not going to give her applause. No critics. Nobody's allowed to write any, any reviews, except really positive ones later on. So it's a little bit different with that. So I want you to practice something with me. I'm going to give you something that you can say. When she reads Torah, when she delivers her Devar Torah, which is like a speech. So repeat after me. Yasher. Koach. Did you get that at the end? Good. Fantastic. Get that fur ball up. All right, so Yasher Koach is, she doing something with great strength. Or Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. There you go, okay? How many of you think that means, congratulations, or great job, right? Actually, it means good stars. Yeah, literally means good stars. That you should have good stars, good constellations to guide you somewhere. But that's okay. We're going to use it for Mazel Tov of like, good job, awesome, Mazel Tov, that was awesome. So there you go. So that's kind of a little bit of the difference. But most important of all is being together and celebrating this wonderful day of Shabbat and celebrating this wonderful young woman taking on the responsibilities of being a young adult in our Jewish community, and in our congregation and in the world. So this is going to also be participatory. This isn't sitting back and just watching. This is joining together. In order for us to join together, we need to warm up our voices. So Cantor, please, will you help us warm up our voices?
Our warm-up song, it's called a nigun. This means a melody that has no specific words, so we sing on the syllables yelelai, so we can focus on how the music makes us feel as we warm up our mind, body, spirit, and voice. So please join in as we sing with a smile. La 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 la
So, for us to be able to participate together in services, we especially need those of you who this might be your first time to know what's going on, to be able to participate. So how many of you have not been to a Shabbat service in a synagogue before? Nice, Gavin. Okay, some of you haven't. That's okay, and we welcome you. And we want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable and can have an idea of what's going on. So first of all, you need the prayer books. Prayer books are right in front of you there. All right, go ahead and pull out a prayer book there. Fantastic. Okay. So, and you might have to share, and that's okay. What do you guys notice about these books? They're backwards, exactly, okay? Upside down or backward. Yeah, so in Hebrew, we read Hebrew from right to left instead of left to right. All right, so therefore, the book is going to open the opposite direction. All right, so that's the first thing. Now, open up the prayer book to any page in the middle that has Hebrew on it. Just kind of randomly open it up. Beautiful, there you go. You're going to see Hebrew letters in a column on the right-hand side. And then on the left-hand side will be English letters, but it might look like gibberish. It's not, I promise. It's actually the transliteration of the Hebrew. So this allows everybody to be able to follow along, work on sounding out the letters, sounding out the words, the Hebrew words. So the transliteration is right there, and right below it is the translation of what's being said. Now, everything that we do in the service is not necessarily going to be translated. So if we do something in Hebrew, we're not going to do the English as well. So just look below to go, oh, okay, what are they saying? Got it. All right. Now, Maddie's prayer book, however, with her Hebrew, does not have the transliteration because she's been studying Hebrew for a number of years, and so she reads directly from the Hebrew. Also, her prayer book, you'll notice, is a different color than the one that you all are holding, and it's thicker. And the reason for that is all of our B'nai Mitzvah students are given a prayer book from the congregation, but this one is the full Mishkan Tefillah, which is the Reform prayer book. It includes services not only for Shabbat, but also for weekdays and for festivals. So it's a thicker book because there are more services in there. But since we primarily use our Shabbat prayer books in here on Friday nights and Saturdays, that's what's in our pews. Now that means, though, because we have a thinner prayer book, the page numbers are a little bit different. If you notice the page numbers in your prayer books, there's 2 sets of page numbers. This morning, we're going to be following along with the page numbers that are in blue, because that's going to correspond to Maddie's prayer book. Because Maddie is leading the service, so she wants to make sure that she's on her page, and therefore we're on the same page with her. So therefore, you'll know where we're at. Throughout the whole service, we'll be telling you all where we're at in the service, what page we're on. Feel free, get lost in the pages, get lost in some of the readings there. Because this is also worship. This is an opportunity for each of us to find some of our own time, either for prayer or reflection, meditation, moment to just find your Zen. It's Coachella. We're going with Zen. All right. So we also pray. So here, Maddie, I'll give this back to you to use. We also pray with our bodies. Throughout the service, we'll invite you to rise. It's a way of our standing before God. And there are times that you'll notice that we'll be bowing in humble reverence before God. So there's motion to it. There's movement to the prayer as well. And then finally, we pray with what we wear. So we have the kippah, the yarmulke, the head covering that reminds us of God's presence all around us. And then there is the talit, the prayer shawl. We're commanded in the Torah to wear fringes on the corners of our garments. And these fringes are called tzitzit. And the tzitzit remind us of the 613 commandments that God has given to us. Now, we're reminded, though, that we can't fulfill all 613. It's impossible to. But most importantly of all, we're supposed to learn about them and grow from them and ask questions about them and ask, how do they apply to our lives today? Well, when a young man becomes a bar mitzvah, he receives his first talit. And when a young woman becomes a bat mitzvah, so a daughter of the commandments, then she receives her first talit. So it is my honor to call up Maddie's grandparents, Les and Artie Malo, to come forward. Maddie, if you'll come join us as well and receive your talit.
Okay, Maddie. Here we go. Okay, Maddie, it is the tradition in our family that grandparents provide our bat and bat mitzvahs with their talis. We had a wonderful day doing what you do best, shopping. And we stopped for a chocolate ice cream cone, of course. Okay, but you finally picked out a beautiful talis. It's blue silk, and you'll have it for many years to come.
But today, you chose to be the 5th great-great-grandchild, and only the 2nd young woman to wear this 63-year-old family talis. By doing so, you honor the past generations as you become a bat mitzvah. Grandma and I are very proud of you, and we are happy to see you take your place as a responsible member of this Jewish community. May God continue to protect you and this family, allow you to grow, and have the strength of character to always know who you are and where you came from, and the responsibilities that you now have, not only to your God, not only to your Jewish community, but to each and every member of this family.
Mazel tov, Alia.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lihitate bat tzitzit.
Amen.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal soul.
Whoa. That makes sense.
There you go. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal soul of the universe, who makes us holy through the mitzvot and commands us to engage in wearing of the fringes on the corners of our garment. Les and Artie, thank you so very much, and it is such a beautiful tradition to stand here in this beautiful talit, passed on l'dor vador, from generation to generation. So with that, we give thanks for all of our blessings as we turn to page 186, Modeh Moda Ani.
Modehani lefanecha, melechai v'kayam, shehechezata b'nishmati b'chemla, b'chemla, rabba emunatecha. Rabba emunatecha, modeh ani lefanecha, melechai v'kayam, shehechezata b'nishmati b'chemla, b'chemla.
We now turn to page 224, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבם, בעלמא יברך חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בגאלה ובזמן קריב, במהרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מבורך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיים. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשא בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה וימרו. Amen.
Turning to page 226, we invite you to please rise for Baruch Hu, the call to worship.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Page 228.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvarei hoshe, oseh sholom uvarei et hakol. Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim olecha berachamim, uvtuvo mekadesh bechol yom tamid, mekasche yitbarach berabu ma'asecha, Adonai kulam mikducha asita mela marabit. Mikadesh titbara Adonai Eloheinu al shecha be'asi yidecha ve'al me'or or she'asita yafiarucha selah.
Or Chadash ad Zion ta'ir, 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 ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו, ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו. אור חדש עד ציון תאיר, אור חדש עד ציון תאיר.
Please join me on page 231. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said. As light blinded, we saw that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. You reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us. As we climbed, fell back and climbed again. Your Sinai of life, Baruch atah Adonai ha'ober me'omel Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We continue chanting together the Va'ahavta on page 234. Va'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lektecha v'derech u'shokbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'tamtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו לעשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We continue on page 240 singing Micha Moha.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedam hakodesh, nora tehilot osef elef, nora tehilot osef elef. Shir ha'chadasha shibichu gehulim, לשמחה אספת הים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Sur Yisrael, kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, ufedechin umecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go aleinu Adonai tzivahot shemo, Kedos Yisrael. Baruch ata Adonai, Ga'a Yisrael.
Amen. Page 244.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chatzei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham ve'Zrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia, Morid hatal, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Michamocha bad gevurot umido melach. Melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua. V'nehema nata l'hachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, Keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, Kakatuv ayad neviecha, V'karazer ze ve'amar. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tsevaot, Meloch kol haaretz, Kevodo. Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Madir Shimcha bechol haaretz, Baruch Kevod Adonai, Mimekomo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, vehu Yashmienu, berachamav le'nei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Yiksion, ledor vador, Hallelujah. Ledor vador nagid godelecha, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We join together at the bottom of page 250 as we sing Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We continue on page 252. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu ritzei v'amnuhatenu kadshenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein halkenu v'toratecha sabenu mituavecha v'samhenu mishuatecha v'taher libenu likdushecha be'emet v'hanhilenu Adonai Eloheinu be'achava uvratzon Shabbat kudshecha v'nanhu va Yisrael v'kadshe she'ebeh Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen.
We continue on page 255. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are God, whom alone we service in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai she'otecha levadecha ve'ira ba'avod. Please join me on page 257. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim enach nula. For this fragile planet Earth in times and tides, its sunsets and seasons. Modim enach nula. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements. Modim enach nula. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. Modim enach nula. For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. Modim enach nula. For all who have labored and suffered for the fairer world, who have lived so that others may live in dignity and freedom. Modim enach nula. For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
Modim enach nula.
We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, and not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha
Na'ed lehodot. As we continue now on page 258, Sim Shalom.
Sim shalom, tova uracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael ha'amecham. Barucheinu Yotzreinu kulanu ke'echad, be'or panecha, ki be'or panecha natzata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Sim shalom, tova uracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael ha'amecha. Torah chaim ve'ahavat chesed, ve'ahavat chesed, u'tzedaka u'racha ve'rachamim ve'chayim ve'shalom. Sim shalom, tova uracha, chen v'chesed ve'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael ha'amecha. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et mo Yisrael v'shalom.
We continue in silent meditation.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי.
Our service continues now with the reading of Torah. So it's our Torah service. It's a time in which we have the opportunity to read from the first 5 books of the Bible. That's what Torah is. So you've got Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And we take an entire year to read through the Torah, one portion at a time in order. And we're reaching the end of our reading of Torah with this parasha. The name of it's called Kippah. It's in Deuteronomy Chapter 26, so we're definitely getting to the end there. And in a few weeks, we will actually start all over again our reading of Torah. We never stop. And in fact, we are always studying Torah. We're always wrestling with it. So what is Torah? Well, okay, we know what the books are, but what is it really? It's our history. It talks about the stories, because history includes stories of creation, story of Noah and the great flood, stories of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all of the beginnings of the Israelite people, stories of going down to Egypt and then being enslaved for over 400 years and then redemption and freedom. Stories then of giving of commandments, of all of the laws given to us by God through the Torah, 613 of them to be exact. Stories in which we wrestle with who we are and our place in the world. And so as we read Torah, which has been written down for 3,000 years, for a lot of time, when we think about it, we have this question. What does this document that is so ancient, what does it have to do with our lives today? In a modern world, and things are so different than what they were in ancient times, or even during the times of the Second Temple that we see depicted in the yellow stained glass window up there. Life is so different. Who we are, how we interact with other people, how we interact with our world is so different today than when it was in ancient times. So we take our Torah, and we don't just throw it out. We don't just say, it's irrelevant, it doesn't mean anything. No. We ask, what do these words, how do we interpret them today to have meaning for us? What's really exciting about this Shabbat, and of any Shabbat, when a bar or bat mitzvah is called a Torah, as a young adult, part of the responsibilities of being a young adult in the congregation is to teach Torah. So Maddie has been not only a student of Torah, not only has she been studying since she was a little girl, hearing the stories when she was in preschool and throughout religious school, but today, Maddie is our teacher. Maddie's been studying this parasha of Kippah, and in a little while, after we've had a chance to read from parts of the Torah portion, then she will stand before us and teach us and inspire us and say, yes, this is what these ancient words have to mean for us today and to carry with us and to find that relevance. So we turn in our prayer books now as we begin this. You're good. You stay right there for just a moment. Perfect. We turn in our prayer books now to page 362 for our service for reading of Torah.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kima'asecha. Malchutecha malchut kol amim, umemshaltecha b'chol dor v'hador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Adonai oz lamo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
Throughout our Torah service, we will be honored to be inviting forward family members to be participating. And so first, what we'd like to do is invite forward for passing Torah, generation to generation, Les and Artie Malo, to then join Aaron and Debbie, along with Maddie, right here on the floor in front of the bima. To also acknowledge Asher, you will be holding our Torah cover later on. So you can stay right there for a moment. Sure, absolutely. So Maddie, go ahead down on the floor on the other side of your dad right there. Perfect. And now I'd like to invite forward to open up our ark doors, Chuck and Rose Pineda, and also Audrey Pineda. Come on forward. And as they come forward to open up our ark doors, we invite everyone to please rise as we continue in the middle of page 362.
Av harachamim, heitiv avitzoncha et Zion, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, ki v'cha levad batachnu, melech hiram v'nisa adon olamim.
Page 364, Ki Mitzion.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'divar Adonai mirushalayim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366.
Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadelu l'Adonai iti, u'neromema Shemo yachdav.
Go ahead and stay right here as we get to pass on Torah from generation to generation, and especially this Torah. This Torah is close to 300 years old. This beautiful Torah that was rescued from Eastern Europe at a time, unfortunately, where there were those who sought to destroy the Jewish people. And unfortunately, that's been a story throughout our history. However, the Jewish people have always endured, have always survived. And this Torah is a testimony to that, because it is one of those Torah scrolls from a community who we don't know exactly from where it came, but we are pretty certain that the people who were there are no longer with us. And so, with that though, we carry their memories with our own, even those without their names that we know. This Torah is also remembrance of all that we hold dear in our lives, all that we have learned throughout our lives and have challenged. This blessing of Torah that you, as teachers as well, have given to your children. And today, Debbie, both you and Aaron, you give this wonderful gift to your daughter. So Maddie, this is yours. Just as it belongs to all of us, it also belongs to you. Hold tight to it. Embrace it with all that you have. May its weight always keep you rooted in who you are, but may it always lift you up and inspire you as we get to walk now in the light of Torah.
Lecha Adonai hagidula v'hagivura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod ki kol bashamayim u'ba'aretz ki kol bashamayim u'ba'aretz lecha Adonai הממלכה והבית נעשה לכל ראש. השלושה דברים, השלושה דברים, שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד.
All right. Before you are seated, those of you who'd like to come up to see the Torah scroll up close and personal, if you've never seen the Torah scroll or it's been a while and you want to come up and see the Torah, come on up. Otherwise, you are welcome to be seated. There you go. Come gather around, everybody.
I've never seen the Torah before.
I know, it's been so long. Perfect. There's, okay. Hi, you guys. Hi. Cool. Here, Leslie, hold on to that right there. Leslie, hold that right there so it doesn't, perfect. All right. All right, guys, come on, gather around. I don't bite often, just a little bit. Come all the way around. Guys, come on over here. Yeah, stand right over here, guys, right over here. There you go, perfect. So everybody can get close. Come over here on this side. Don't be shy, it's okay. All right? Nothing's gonna happen, it's totally fine. All right, come on up. Come on closer. Come right over here. You can block their view. It's okay. There you go. Come on up there. Come here. Closer. There you go. Don't be afraid. They're scared. It's okay. All right. Perfect. Hi. You good back there? Okay. All right. So, actually, I am going to ask you a favor. Do you mind holding right here? Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. See, that didn't hurt, did it? No. All right. Whew. Yeah. All right. Torah. Hi, Gavin. All right, a Torah is made from parchment, all right? Parchment comes from a kosher animal. Kosher animal has two things that it needs. Anybody have an idea what two things a kosher animal has to have? Jack.
Split hooves and choose its cud.
Split hooves and choose its cud. All right, split hooves, that's an easy one. Okay, the hoof, it's split. All right, so looks kind of double piece right there. Choose its cud is a form of digestion. Okay, those like cows and so forth do not have the same type of digestion that we do with the stomach acids and so forth. So they eat, they regurgitate, they chew it again. We'll stop there. We want to have lunch. All right, so that's what it takes. Camel, not kosher. Chooses cud, but those are toes. Those are not hooves. Hooves are really hard. Okay, pig, not kosher. Split hooves, does not chew its cud. So those are the type of animals, so the kosher ones, we have to have both of those things, and so that's what we can make parchment from, right? So this is from the skin of a kosher animal, probably from a cow. And it's cool, as you can kind of see just the different coloration on the backside of it based on the cow. It is handwritten, so you cannot write a Torah scroll from a computer. You cannot put it through a printer, right? Somebody sits down, a sofer sits down with a feather, okay, a quill, and ink. The ink is all natural ink. It's made from the gallnut from a wasp. Goes ahead and leaves stuff within a tree, creates a gallnut. It's ground up. They add some other ingredients to it, all natural. And then it's ground up. It's mixed with some water, some other good things, and boiled and cooled and boiled and cooled and boiled and cooled for about a year. And then you get this wonderful indelible ink. That is indelible because, it's going to last for a really, really long time. The Torah scroll that we marched around with from Czech Republic, the former Czech Republic, that Torah scroll has been around for a long time, and we can still read from it because we take good care of it and because of that ink. Now, one of the ways that we take care of it is we do not touch where the ink is to preserve it. It's for preservation because the oils within our fingers, when they mix with the ink there, would eventually break it down, and we don't want that to happen. So we use this little thing. What does that look like right there? Finger, exactly. And a finger is attached to a... Yeah, there you go. Guess what the Hebrew word for hand is? Yes? Yad. There you go. It's a yad. All right, so this is called a yad because it's a hand. How convenient. All right. So now the interesting thing with the letters is because it's parchment, it doesn't soak down into the paper. It literally is kind of sitting on top of there. So we have to take very good care of our Torah scrolls, keep it in the right climate and so forth. We know that the wrong climate, too much heat and dryness, can damage a Torah scroll because we had a fire a number of years ago. And it was not in this room, but it sucked out all of the air, the dampness in the air, as well as it was very hot. And so literally we were able to flick the letters right off. And so we were then able to repair the Torah scroll where it needed to be repaired. The also thing that happens with a Torah scroll is that when a sofer writes a Torah scroll, if he or she makes a mistake, then they try to scrape off the letter and repair it. But if they can't, what happens, Gavin?
They start over again.
They start over again. Don't worry, not the whole scroll. Just that one piece of parchment.
Unless it's the beginning.
Yeah, unless it's the very beginning. Yeah, that's true. so they go ahead and then they'll replace that one whole piece of parchment there. If we look really, really carefully, in fact, here, I'm going to let you look really carefully. Do you see how there's lines that are etched into there? Okay, so there's lines that are going vertical as well as horizontal. It keeps everything nicely aligned. But what's interesting is the way that the letters are written on those lines. You and I, we will write putting our letters on the line. All right, can you take a look there? Are the letters sitting on the line or are they hanging?
They're hanging.
They are hanging, exactly. The custom of writing Torah with the lines is that the tops of the letters actually hang from the lines. They don't sit on the lines like how you and I write when we use lined paper. So they're there hanging. Also, there's something else that is totally missing in a Torah scroll that we have in our prayer books. Yes, Gavin, what is it?
Vowels.
Exactly. There are no vowels or punctuation in the Torah scroll. So the vowels are the dots and the dashes that are below the letters, on top of the letters, to the side of the letters, and so forth. And they don't exist in Torah scroll. Because it used to be that we all spoke Hebrew, and so we all knew the language. If I was to give you all something in English to read without any vowels, you'd be able to read it because you know the language. When the Jews were dispersed and started living in all different countries and speaking lots of different languages, they lost the Hebrew. So we had to create a vowel system because if you change the vowels, you can change the meaning of a word. And so the rabbis created a vowel system. But there's something very important about Torah. There's an important rule. We are not allowed to change anything. The Torah has to be written the exact same way that it has been written down for thousands of years. We can't change a letter. We can't change a word. Everything has to be done exactly the same. So when a scribe writes a Torah scroll, he or she will sit with another scroll next to them and copy it letter for letter, word for word. So there are no vowels there. All right, well, how do we read it? We start with a text that has the vowels in it, and then we move into the text that has it without the vowels. So it's a process of learning. There you go. So that is our Torah. Any questions? Yes, Jack?
You forgot the last ingredient in the ink.
Oh, you are right. I did forget the last ingredient that's in the ink, which is very important to our study of Torah. Yeah, I know. What is that ingredient, Jack?
Honey.
Yes, it is honey. It, first of all, gives a good shine to the letters, so it's nice and shiny there. But it also reminds us that Torah, the words of Torah, learning Torah, should be very sweet. So sweet as honey on our lips. Sweet as honey.
It's a good song.
Sweet as honey. Okay, good. It is a good song, definitely. Yes, does somebody else have a question? No? All right, thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate your coming up. All right, you can go back down to your seats. Thank you. And so, all right. And you're going to be goodbye today, son. Go have a seat. Really? Yeah. Score. Oh, yeah, thank you. Also, almost forgot, Cantor reminded me, our Torah, it's a scroll. It's bound together. In order to make sure that it stays together without, kind of being unwobbly or, unruly, our B'nai Mitzvah students, when we go on a retreat every year, and they make their own Torah binder, and so this is Maddie's Torah binder. Yeah, there you go. So it's kind of nice because then our Torah scroll is bound with something that our students create, a little bit of them. So with that, Cantor.
For our first Alia, chanting the blessing, Les Malo, Yisroel Shmuel ben Avraham, and Arnie Malo, Leah bat Menachem Visara. Reading from the Torah will be Rabbi Cohen, and reading the English translation, Lenny Malo, Lazer Mendel ben Yisroel Shmuel Vilea. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah harishona.
Come on up. That's your cue. I need ya. Les, if you'll go ahead and take your seat, touching it to the first word, Vahaya. Perfect. And go ahead.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam vahed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam voed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher karbakanu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Amen. Vahaya ki tavo el haaretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha nachala v'rishta v'yashavta ba v'lakachta mereshit kol pari ha'adama asher tavi me'artzecha asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha v'samta v'atene v'halachta el hamakom asher yivchar Adonai Elohecha l'shaken shemo sham Uvata el hakohen asher yiyeh bayamim hahem. Vamarta elav higadati hayom ladonai Elohecha kivati el haaretz asher nishba Adonai lavotenu latet lanu v'lakach hakohen hatene miyadecha v'hi nicho lifnei Mizbach Adonai Elohecha. Less. Oh, thank you. Fever tea. There you go.
This is what you should do when you enter the land that Adonai your God is giving you as a heritage. When you occupy it and settle it, you shall take a portion of every first harvest of the soil from the land that Adonai your God is giving you. Then you shall put it in a basket and go to the place where Adonai your God chooses to establish his name. You shall go to the priest in charge at that time and say to him, I acknowledge this day before Adonai your God that I have entered the land which Adonai promised to ancestors to give to us. Then the priest shall take the basket from your hand and place it before the altar of Adonai your God.
And so here you go. If you'll go ahead and
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam notah b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. For our second Alia, chanting the blessing, Mark Malo, Moshe David, Ben Yisroel Shmuel Veleam, Sandy Malo, Chana Bat Avraham Vesara, Rachel Malo, Aviva Hindi Bat Moshe David Vechana, Ben Malo, Benjamin Yitzchak Ben Moshe David Vechana, and Sam Malo, Shamir Yaakov Ben Moshe David Vechana. Reading the English translation will be Sandy. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah Hashenit.
if you want to take your seat and touch to the first word. Okay, anybody else? I got you. There you go. And mark. There you go, marking that. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, and Rachel? There you go. Yeah, I got all these tally-total here. Absolutely. There you go. Beautiful. All right.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Ve'anita v'amarta lifnei Adonai Elohecha. Arami oved avi vayered Mitzrayma vayagor sham bimtei me'at vayisham legoy gadol atzum v'rav vayareu otanu hamitzrim vayanunu vayitnu aleinu avodah kasha Vanitzak el Adonai Elohei Avotenu, Vayishma Adonai et kolenu, Vayar et onienu, ve'et amalenu, ve'et lachatzeinu.
Sandy?
We shall then recite the following before Adonai your God. My father was a wandering Aramean. He went down to Egypt with meager numbers and sojourned there, and there he became a great and populous nation. The Egyptians dealt harshly with us and oppressed us. They made us do heavy labor. We cried to Adonai, the God of our ancestors, and Adonai heard our plea and saw our plight, our misery, and our oppression. So guess what? Mark this, Tavi. There you go. All right.
Okay, ready? 3, 2. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher nata lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
For our third Alia, chanting the blessing, Debbie Malo, Devorah bat Avraham v'Sarah, and Jack Malo, Avraham Yonatan ben Yosef Aharon u'Devorah. Reading from the Torah will be Maddie, and reading the English translation, Aaron Malo, Yosef Aharon ben Yisrael Shmuel v'Leah. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah ha'shlishit.
As Maddie comes forward, she is, we did not call her by her Hebrew name yet because she is acting as an agent. For all of us are commanded to read from Torah, but as we saw earlier, it's challenging to, and so therefore you can appoint an agent to help you fulfill that mitzvah, and so that is what Maddie is doing at this point. So here, Jack, why don't you take my seat and mark the first word where Maddie is showing you, where she's going to be reading. There you go. Give that a kiss right there. Perfect. We'll close that, and here's the bracha.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'samachta v'cho hatov, asher natan lecha, Adonai Elohecha uvetecha, ata v'halevi v'lager asher b'kirbecha, ki tichale laser et kol masar tevuatecha, Bashana hashlishit shana hamaaser, v'natata lalevi lager layatom, v'la'almana ve'achlu v'sharecha v'samveu, ve'armata lifnei Adonai Elohecha bi'arti hakodesh min habayit, ve'gam natintin lalevi ve'lager layatom ve'la'almana kechol mitzvotecha asher sivitani, lo avarti mitzvotecha ve'lo samchati.
Yashikah. Okay, Aaron.
Bring up the rear and read the English. You shall rejoice because of all the bounty that Adonai has bestowed upon you and your household, you, the Levite, and the stranger in your midst. And when you have set aside in full 1/10 of your harvest, in the third year, the year of the tithe, give it to the Levite, the stranger, the orphan, and the widow, that they may eat their fill in your settlements. Then you shall declare before Adonai your God, I have cleared out the consecrated portion of this house, and I have given it to the Levite, the stranger, the orphan, and the widow, just as you commanded me. I have neither transgressed nor neglected any of your commandments.
Jack, you can take my seat once more. You can take it from right there. Perfect. And on the last word, what can I choose you? There you go. Yep. Perfect. There you go. Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayeh olam nata b'tuhenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yasher koach.
Right here as well. For now, we reach time for our maftir, where we now get to officially call Maddie to Torah as a bat mitzvah. The maftir is at the end of the Torah portion. It's the last few sentences of it. So we've read from the very beginning, and now we're going to read from the very end. Where do you want to call from right here? I'm good. She's good? Okay, just make it big. Good, grand, Cantor, grand.
Ta'amod habachura habat mitzvah chaiki bat Yosef Aharon udivora le'Alia ha-Torah. That's you.
All right, so take your seat. Yeah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'na'atan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vatavo'u el hamakom hazeh vayetze Sihon melech Heshbon ve'og melech Habashan ligratenu lemilhaman vanakem vanika et artsa vanitena lenachala la Ruveni v'lagadi v'latzi shevet hamnashi ushmartem et divrei haberit hazod hashitem ota liman taskilu et kol asher ta'asun. When you reached this place, King Sihon of Heshbon and King Og of Bashan came out to engage us in battle, but we defeated them. We took their land and gave it to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh as their heritage. Therefore, observe faithfully all the terms of this covenant, that you may succeed in all that you undertake. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. Mazel tov. At this time during our Torah service, we offer up blessings of healing called Mishaberach. And we think about those in our community, our family, our friends, and even ourselves when we are in need of healing of body and spirit. Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. Hu yivarech et hacholim. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for all of those who are in need of healing, for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send all of them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. As we turn to page 372, as we are going to lift up the Torah, so together, and I'd like to invite forward to hold Torah Dana Maskin, and also Asher, if you will come forward with our Torah cover. And we'd like to invite everyone to please rise. Absolutely, it's on. That's sad. You're right strong.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
No problem. I'll wait right there. There you go. Perfect. Please be seated. Sorry. No, it's okay. You're good. There you go.
The Haftarah for Parashat Kitavah is Isaiah 60, verses 14 through 22. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'minim tovim v'ratza v'limnucha hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'Torah u'v'Moshe avdo u'v'Yisrael amo u'v'nvi'eh ha'emet v'tzedek. V'chachlu elai shechoah v'nei me'anai v'hishtahavu al kapod raglai kol mena'asai v'karu la ir Adonai Sion Kidesh Yisrael Tahat Heyote Azuva Usnua Veinover Visamti Ligon Olam Misos Dorvador. Bowing before you shall come the children of those who tormented you. Prostrate at the soles of your feet shall be all those who reviled you, and you shall be called City of Adonai, Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas you have been forsaken, rejected, with none passing through. I will make you a pride everlasting, a joy for age after age. You shall eat royally and know that I, Adonai, am your Savior. I, the mighty one of Jacob, am your Redeemer. Instead of copper, I will bring gold. Instead of iron, I will bring silver. Instead of wood, copper, and instead of stone, iron. And I will appoint well-being as your government, prosperity as your officials. The cry of violence shall no more be heard in your land, nor rack and ruin within your borders. And you shall name your walls victory and your gates renown. No longer shall you need the sun for light by day, nor the shining of the moon for radiance by night. For Adonai shall be your light everlasting. Your God shall be your glory. Your sun shall set no more, your moon no more withdraw. For Adonai shall be a light to you forever, and your days of mourning shall be ended. And your people, all of them righteous, shall possess the land for all time. They are the shoot that I planted, my handiwork in which I glory. The smallest shall become a clan, the least a mighty nation. I, Adonai, will speed it in due time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, sor kol haolamim, sadik b'chol dorot, ha'el ha'ne'ema, ha'omer ve'oseh, hamdaber umkiyem, shekol divarav, emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al ha'nevi'im, ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'limnucha, lechavod ultifaret, al hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim la, umvartim ota, yitbarach shimcha, b'fi kol hai tamid le'olam va'ed, baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat.
Amen. Yasher koach. So now we return our Torah to the Ark as we turn to page 374. Dana, if you will come up and join us, I'll take this. There you go. If you'll come open the Ark doors for us, we invite everyone to please rise.
Hodohu al haaretz
V'shamayim,
v'yarem keren le'amo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Etz chaim hi lamachazikim ba, v'tomcheha meushai. Deracheha darchei noam, v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva. Chadesh, Chadesh yameinu, Chadesh yameinu kekedem.
We need to work together and support each other in order to succeed. This week's Torah portion teaches us precisely that. It talks about how members of every community need to help each other, and then describes the blessings that come from that. This week's Torah portion also explains how a community can and should come together as one so that it can achieve collectively more than any one of its members could achieve on their own. The part of the passage that I'm focusing on today is when the people of Israel planted crops, raised and harvested those crops, and then shared the literal fruits of their labor with others before enjoying those fruits themselves. In the portion, the people who raised the crops gave the first fruit to the people who did not contribute anything to the growth of that food. When I read that, I cannot help but ask, why would they do that? We have all heard the cliche, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and I think that's a big part of what today's Torah portion is really about. In the Torah portion, everyone needed to eat, but not everybody raised the crops. In the small and fragile community that were the Israelites, everyone contributed in a different way. There were farmers, priests, teachers, and loads of other people. Each of them contributed in their own way to the community, and each of them benefited off the work that the others did. The same principles apply to us here today. Every person matters, and the Torah teaches us that every person should make a contribution and difference where they can. During my meetings with Rabbi, we talked about this, and in the spirit of my Torah portion, I decided to volunteer at the Orange County Rescue Mission. When I worked there, I saw firsthand what my Torah portion was really about. It was a small example of what goes on in our larger community. Everyone there contributed in their own way, and through the collective efforts of everyone, we achieved a goal that helped the larger community. At the rescue mission, everybody had a job, and everyone contributed in different ways. It was just like the Israelites in my Torah portion. Every person played a part in serving the greater good. Some people set tables, some people arranged the furniture, some people mopped the floor and cleaned the bathrooms, and some people, me among them, were in charge of cooking dinner. Unfortunately, it turns out that I'm not much of a chef. I struggled a bit at first, but by the end of it, I found myself cutting up chicken, cooking rice, cleaning vegetables, and boiling soup. It wasn't easy, but once everybody got together and did what they had to do, we did something really wonderful. When we were serving dinner to the people who had otherwise gone hungry, I had the opportunity to talk with some of them. To some people, just talking about their day and what they were going through seemed to make a real difference. And it was an eye-opening experience to me to see how people, lots of people even, have to struggle to get by, even in our very wealthy Orange County community. After we served dinner, we cleaned up, which was a ton of work. I was tired when I finished, and for a moment I was really proud of myself. It was then that I realized that all the work I had done only provided a single meal to about 100 people. And there are hundreds of thousands of people who experience homelessness in our community every day. Becoming a bat mitzvah means that I'm now an adult member of the Jewish community, and joining this community comes with certain responsibilities. My Torah portion teaches us that one of those responsibilities is to contribute to the community. I did that at the Orange County Rescue Mission, but my commitment to our community goes way beyond that. I'm also an active member of National Charity League. Through NCL, I have cleaned up beaches, made blankets, and done volunteer work for charities and schools. But just like the Israelites in my Torah portion, I've made and will continue to make my contribution to our community. And I guess that's a big part of how I do Judaism. I don't go to temple every day, and I certainly do not keep kosher. But I do consider myself Jewish. I practice my version of Judaism by having a Shabbat sleepover with my friends, by going to temple and Hebrew school, and by saying the Shehekianu with my grandpa every time my family gets together for a holiday. Being with my Jewish friends and spending time with my family is what being Jewish really means to me. Finally, before I finish up my speech, I have a lot of people I need to thank. At the top of that list are Rabbi and Cantor. I definitely would not be doing this if it weren't for their help and support. Thank yous also go to my amazing mom, dad, and brother for always making me feel loved. You guys never fail to put a smile on my face, and you're always there when I need to talk or yell or just watch a movie on Netflix. Lastly, thank you to everyone who came here today to celebrate with me. To all my friends and family, I'm so grateful for all of you. Having you here means so much to me, and it makes this day really special. I love you all. Peace out.
Good job. That was fantastic. I'm blown away, actually. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you put your mind to it. You are strong, confident, determined, resilient, funny, compassionate, selectively focused, and incredibly decisive. These are all qualities that will serve you well in the road ahead. Use these strengths to the best of your ability to make the world a better place and make a difference. I love you, and that's about it. I was going to sing a song from Fiddler on the Roof, but I think I'm just not going to do that right now. Oh my gosh, okay. I'll do it double time so we don't take up much space. May the Lord protect and defend you. May he always shield you from shame. May he come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen her, O Lord, and keep her from the stranger's ways. May God bless you and grant you long life. The full Sabbath prayer for you. May God make you a good mother, and may he send you husbands who will care for you. Or one. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor her, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. I can't do the amen, but it's too high. I'm sick.
This is such crap. Like, I'm supposed to come on after you sing?
Oh, that was
Animals, children, and seeing mothers, right? Come on. But I know. Yeah.
Sing.
So yeah, I'm not singing, and you can all thank me for that later. So I spent a lot of time thinking about this, Maddie, and you know, you really sort of get on everyone's radar screen when you give a bar mitzvah speech and drop a few F-bombs. And for those of you who weren't here in April of last year when I was doing this for Jackie, I did that. Maybe not my greatest moment, but I stand by it. It was good. It was in the spirit of the thing. It wasn't angry. It was just because I love you, buddy. But anyways, in the aftermath of that, it's shocking how many people felt the need to come talk to me before this speech. And I got some constructive criticism about things that you can say, and things that you can't say, and things that you have to say. And somebody who remained anonymous, sweetheart, came to me and said that I have to say that you're as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. And I've given it a lot of thought, and I appreciate all the advice. And for all of those people, screw you, I'm going to kind of do it my way. It's not a complicated speech, baby, but I love you. I love you so much. I wish you would know how special you are to me. I adore you. I would love you just as much. Maybe not. If you weren't my daughter, I would still love you. I'd probably be a little jealous of whoever's daughter you were, but I would still love you. But having you be my daughter is unbelievable. I can't tell you how happy I am, how proud I am to see you do this. You know, when you have children, and I don't know that you will have children, but a lot of the people out here have children, so they know what it's like. You worry about them all the time because you love them so much. But I'm here to tell you that my daughter helps on that front because I have not worried about my daughter since she was 9 years old. When my daughter was 9 years old, my niece was getting bat mitzvahed, and my daughter, shockingly, had some pretty strong opinions about what she should wear and how she should handle that. And in the Malo home, we only had 3 rules, which was no makeup, no 2-piece bathing suits, and no high-heel shoes. And so we had picked out a dress, and Maddie comes to me with a little catalog thing. Do you remember this? With the high-heel shoes that you wanted to wear, and you show it to me and say, Papa, I think these would look great with the dress. Can I get them? And I say, no. And I go back to doing whatever work I was doing on the couch, and about 5 minutes later, she comes back and says, Papa, I really think these shoes would look great with the dress. Could I get them? And I say, no. And we go through this every couple minutes 5 times. And finally she comes back, and I have put down my work for the 5th time, and I'm so angry. And I tell you, do you remember what I said? I said, if you ask me to wear high-heel shoes one more time, we are going to go upstairs, you're going to pick out your favorite shoes, and we are going to go outside to the fire pit, and I'm going to burn them in front of you. And with that, I thought I had bought some peace. And then 5 minutes later, down comes Maddie with the same darn catalog, and I look at it, and I'm like, I'm really going to have to burn the girl's shoes. I really shouldn't have said that. And Maddie looks at me, and I look at her, and it is just clear this is going to a very bad place. And Maddie looks at me, and she says, Papa, have you had time to rethink your position on the high-heel shoes? And that was pretty much when I stopped worrying about my daughter. I love you, baby. You're so good. You are so great today, and I adore you. I wouldn't change anything about you, except maybe you could fight with your mother a little bit less. But aside from that, you're just great, baby. I love you.
I was curious if she got the shoes. Little heels today. Okay. So, Maddie, you become a bat mitzvah, not just with your family and your friends, but also with your community. And so we get to bestow upon you some gifts at this time. And it's my honor to call forward the president of our congregation, Mitch Cohen, along with, what? Going to the bullpen. All right. Now coming in to pitch for the president of the congregation, Mitch Cohen, Scott Singer, our VP of worship, along with also representing our brotherhood, Mark Borove, representing our youth, Sam Malo and Chloe Solinger. And I'm going to also have the honor of presenting for you from our sisterhood that, last night as we opened up Shabbat, you led us in not only lighting our candles, but also in our kiddush. And the kiddush, it's that sweetness, the sweetness of the grape juice, of the fruit of the vine. And you truly are so sweet. You exude that sweetness. And we hope that you will take this kiddush cup, as Sarah likes to remind us, that you take this kiddush cup with you when you go to college, and then when you go to graduate school, and then when you get married, in that order, is what she always tells us all, but that you should use this kiddush cup for many, many years to come, that you should only find sweetness and joy in your life. So with that, Sam and Chloe, here you go. Yes, it is.
Hello, Milk. I don't think anyone's woken up and said, hey, I want a girl cousin that's taller than me. But in retrospect, you're not that bad. As a matter of fact, you're all right. With that being said, I'm honored to give you your Havdalah candle for, Havdalahing. But congrats, Maddie. Welcome to adulthood. Kind of, but not really.
Thank you.
No problem.
I don't just re-gift it.
Congrats, Maddie. You did an amazing job today. I'm so happy we met here at the temple during kindergarten Sunday school, and I've been through many Jewish experiences together, and we always have fun together. I wish you the best in everything you do, Mazel Tov.
Thank you.
It's me, Maddie. I'm representing Brotherhood. And after I saw that you went to the School of the Arts, I expected a lot. You exceeded all my expectations. In fact, since it's still baseball season, you hit it out of the park. I can't say how much I enjoyed this. Also, I like the fact that what you did for your Mitzvah project, the fact that you spent time feeding the homeless, feeding the needy, tells a lot about someone caring, compassionate, and besides, very talented. So make sure I get the right one. So what we have in here is a tzedakah box. There's a little money in here to start the feeding going. But if you don't know what this is the equivalent of a Jewish piggy bank. With one caveat, the money in here doesn't go to her. It goes to help needy, whoever she chooses for that. So once again, fantastic job.
Thank you.
One hug. I really enjoyed it.
Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
Well, first I have to say, Jack, very bold move heckling the rabbi during the Torah service. Very bold choice. Anyway, yeah. So I've never done this before. This is my first time, and I just found out 5 minutes ago. So what the board member usually does at this time, we have found out what your interests are, and we riff on that, and we talk about those things. But I pretty much used all my Malo routine at services last night during announcements, so I've got nothing here, okay? I really do. So if it's okay, I'm just going to present you with some gifts, because that's what this is all about, okay? Okay, for me it was, but anyway. Okay, I have a certificate for you. This is your bat mitzvah certificate, and you get to keep this for the rest of your life, and you can frame it and permaplaque it and do whatever you want with it. But I would hang it up everywhere because this is a pretty proud moment. Okay. We also have, and Rabbi, is there all in here?
It's all in there.
All in there,
Yeah,
okay.
It's all in there.
I'll have to take the class on how to do this next time. Representing you with a gift, with a certificate from Nifty for a trip to Israel. So we hope you take advantage of that. Also from the Jewish National Fund, a certificate. They're planting a tree in your name in Israel. And there is a running joke here. What day do we water the tree? Thursday. Okay. So, representing the board, congratulations. Your family's awesome. It really is. I know you've done a lot of things with your mom and dad and your brother, and it's just great. Congratulations, Mazel Tov.
So, Maddie, we get to take this opportunity to offer you our blessings now at the Ark, and I want to invite your parents to come and to join us as well. And we invite everyone to please rise. So here you are, standing before the Ark, before our Torah scrolls, before God, standing here before your community, all of your communities. Maddie, you belong to so many communities, and that's a blessing. That's so wonderful. And being a part of communities is just as you taught us in this week's parashah, how each of us, it is our responsibility to contribute to those communities. Because our communities are not only as strong as the weakest link, but our communities are as strong as each of us and how we participate in that. Yes, this parashah is challenging, not just because of its words, but also because there are 54 curses in there. It's a lot of cursing. You thought your dad with, Jack, no, okay? Sorry, you just opened that one up. Okay, good, thank you, okay. Yeah, you did. But really, we studied this parashah earlier today, and Donna Wolf brought to us a great reminder from one of the commentaries that she brought, that it's not about the curses of ancient times. It's about the possibilities of what we have right now. Yes, there are challenging things in our world. There is climate change, there is violence, there is hunger and homelessness. And we have a choice. We can either look at them and go, woe is us for all of these horrible things, or we turn it around and we say, yes, there are horrible things in our world, but we're not going to just let them be. We're going to create change. We're going to make them better. Maddie, that's who you are. You make us better. You make us look through another lens at the world and everything that's around us. And you challenge each and every one of us in this room to stand up and make a difference. We might think, what can one person do? What is one person capable of doing in our world and creating change? If each and every one of us do what you do, each and every one of us take the action that you take already, and I know you will continue to do, we can and we will make this world a better place. So thank you. Thank you for the blessing of who you are and who you are yet to be. Because wow, have you got a beautiful life ahead of you. And so we get to offer you now words of blessing of our Torah, words of blessing of generation to generation, words that we get to share with you, and someday you too will share with the next generation.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yihuneka.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you. And may God be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalom.
Maddie, may you always feel God's presence around you, granting you a good and a happy and a healthy life, but a life that is especially filled with shalom, with peace. Kein yehi ratzon. May this be God's will. Amen.
Amen.
We remain standing as we turn in our prayer books now for our closing prayer of Aleinu L'Shabeach, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לצאת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו כל רעים, ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
As we remain standing, and come and join me right down here, we remember those who are no longer with us, yet the power of their memory is a blessing. The stories that they shared, the lessons that they taught each of us, carry us from generation to generation. We remember recently those who departed, Martin Zlotowski and Irene Schindler. We also recall those whose yahrzeits we recall on this Shabbat and during this coming week. Robert Apodaca, Flora Brody, Albert Cohen, Jack Cohn, Hortense Eckhaus, Riva Getty, Thomas Helt, Jimmy Horner, Eugene Horwitz, Hermina Kaplan, Philip Karen, Dora Levine, Harry Maislish, Al Pollack, Naom Reutberg, May Rothman, Julia Saul, Francis C. Singer Elliott, Morris Spike, and Bertha Fisher Yastrov. If there's anyone here who's in the period of mourning, of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, the first week, the first month, or the first year of a loved one's passing, I invite you as I face in your direction to share their names with us. For all of them and for all those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem, for the sanctification of God's holy name, and for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we join together, page 598, Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yit Kadal Vit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Bi'alma Divrach Yurtei V'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, B'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam lo me'omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'alal Shemei Kudashah B'richu, Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Osei Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh Shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to all the bereaved among us, and let us say, Amen. Jack, if you'll come on up, we're going to do one more thing as well. We're going to offer Kiddush and Motzi. In just a second, here we go. Yeah, Jack, why don't you take the challah? I'll take the grape juice. No, here, you take the board. There you go. I'm going to take that. Go ahead. There you go. Perfect. Wait, I want, yeah, perfect. Okay.
Come bearing bread.
All right, perfect. So Maddie, here you go. Aaron, come on back up. Here, take a grape juice. Yeah. I will in just a second. But first, take a grape juice. Take a cup. Take a cup. There you go. All right. Okay. Canter. All right. So we're gonna do. Here you go, Jack. We'll just set that right there for you. Perfect. All right, Jack. There you go. And we join together with Kiddush and Shachianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. לחיים. All right. There you guys go. Go ahead, family. Grab a hold. There you go. Find your favorite spot on the challah. There you go. Go ahead, Maddie. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Go ahead, pull these off. There you go. And as you get to eat with full mouths, that's good, because now we're going to sing with our closing song. There you go. Oseh shalom bimromav. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Go for it, Osha, come on. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Bimromav. Oh, say shalom. Bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Go for it. Now you can get out.